Mate Carlos Dunlap, who said the quarterback told him he's with us and he's here to stay. But Hall of Famer Warren Moon still sees a breakup in their future. Y'all take a listen.
There's all these little squabbles going on right now, and I think because of Russell's contract situation, there's not a whole lot the Seahawks can do as far as moving him somewhere else, even if they wanted to. But I think that the marriage is not going to end very well going down the road. I think this squabble is going to turn into more of a separation and then a divorce at some point.
My God. Separation and then a divorce. You don't say those words on this desk. I know you don't say those words in your household.
Shoot, every other Wednesday. Anna Marie.
All right, so how much is Russell Wilson at fault for the issues with the Seahawks?
He's totally at fault for us discussing the issues of the Seahawks. You see where I'm going? Hey, Russ. The only person you should tell all your business to is the person you got into the argument with. Like, that's the only person you should tell your business to, because everybody else is going to be looking at you sideways. Imagine me and you got into a beef, and then I had to bring in somebody else in it. Let's say Chris Healy, Jets fan, him. Healy, guess what Acho said to me? You know what now? Every time Healy looking at Acho, Acho looking like a Healy, and Healy like, man, I heard this dude. But then all Healy is looking at you for is like, just keep going with your takes, keep doing the show, and you sitting there, and I'm sitting there with a different knowledge. We on different lanes, different wavelengths. Okay. Russell Wilson has created that because he told everybody the business. Hey, Russell, I saw the police over there last night. Everything okay? Oh, no, everything shut your trap. Why did you go to that extent to tell all your business? But in terms of him actually being the cause of all these issues, there's three sides to every story. Russell's side, Seahawks side, and the truth. And right now, we wouldn't even be sitting here in conjecture and guesswork trying to figure out what side Russell Wilson is truly portraying. Is he portraying just Russ or the truth? Because we wouldn't know. So I put a lot of this on Russell Wilson and the lack of leadership he has shown in this moment. This got here because of Russell Wilson. Simple as that. Now, this is why you don't clear the decks and get rid of all your veterans. This is the exact example why you don't do that in a team sport and in any situation. You always need checks and balances. Why? Because things get out of balance if somebody ain't there to check you. And you want to hear it again?
Is that a Wileyism?
I mean, it was a little too long. Me and Heller discussed it. But, you know, basically, it's poetic as hell. But you always need checks and balances because if things get out of balance, somebody needs to be there to check you. And Richard Sherman was there. Marshawn Lynch was there. Those guys were there. And if you notice through even this firestorm, Walter Jones is in the building, but he ain't. He just telling you, I ain't scared of Russ. You know who else? We could talk about Michael, what's the fullback name?
Mike Robb.
Mike Robb, my bad. I love you. Former teammates is like, Russ, calm your butt down.
Fair.
But no one else really has that kind of cachet or think they do, so that Russell is running through unscathed. But I'm sitting here testifying right now that most of these issues are Russell Wilson constructed issues. And more so than that, we wouldn't even have any understanding or knowledge of these issues if Russell Wilson was a better leader in this moment.
That's fair.
No, that's
what you see here, what you say here, let it stay here when you leave here. Right? That was a quote in our locker room in Texas. What you see here, what you say here, let it stay here when you leave here, right? Don't let nothing outside these doors.
Were y'all ever on sanction?
Not when I was. So I'm with you on that. Like Russell Wilson, you can't air out the dirty laundry. However, Russell Wilson ain't at fault for these issues, big dog. What has Russell Wilson ever requested? All he ever said was, I want to be more involved because at the end of the day, it's your legacy. That's all Russ ever said. America, Sal, me, y'all. All he ever said was, I want to be more involved. Sal, if claiming a desire to be more involved in a team is problematic, then I don't know what peace is. You the star quarterback. You want to be more involved? What Russell Wilson asked for was noble. What Russell Wilson asked for was intelligent. Sal, let me give it to you in my own experience, because my experience is what?
Your expertise.
That's my expertise. Sal, I was in a relationship in the past, and I said, hey, I said, I want you to be my best friend.
First of all, what's your first word? A?
It was A.
It ain't going well.
It's A. I told the young man, I said, look, I want you to be my best friend, right? Like, I want you to not only be a partner, but also be my best friend, right? I assume you and Anne-Marie, y'all are best friends as well. Y'all aren't just...
We say it, but...
yeah, fine. It don't matter as long as you say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I said that. She was like, nah, man, I'm too busy. I was like, okay, hurt me a little bit, but I understood. You're busy at the time. You got a lot on your plate. Then months later down the line, wait a second. I want to be your best friend. I want that role too. Because she later realized that the request was actually wise, that the request was actually in the best interest of the relationship. A partner should not only be a partner, erotic partner, but likely a phileo partner, right?
Oh,
like brotherly love, you feel me? And also the sensual parts of it as well.
Yes.
Russell Wilson, your quarterback shouldn't just be your quarterback on the field, but he should also try to be the head coach. They call him a field general for a reason. You want coaches outside of the white lines, and you want coaches
Why the lines gotta be white?
inside of the white lines. No segregation.
Hey, in this era, this climate, I guarantee you next season the line's gonna be black.
At least straight. So look, Russell Wilson made a noble request there.
That ain't noble.
I'm not going to say that it's his fault that they got issues. The Seahawks gonna look up one day and be like, dang, I wish we had somebody that wanted to be more involved in the offense, that wanted to be more involved in our success.
Wow, you really gonna say that and hope it lands on everyone's heart like you intended it to? First of all, erotic, it's your lady. I would have looked at you too. Nah, we ain't gonna be best friends. Is all you want to talk about is eroticism. Here we go. Somebody sits here and wants to say, I want to be more involved. I want to be more involved. You know what my pushback is?
What's that?
Just be better in the things you're already involved in, okay? Because you act like you maximize all your involvement in the things you're already limited in involvement in. Russell Wilson, we give you the ball every single play. You in the center, and he doesn't count. You get the ball every play. How much more involved you want to be? Oh, you want to skip past your decision-making issues and just go to, I just want to throw it more. We're like, no, when you have the ball, how about you throw it more effectively, more efficiently, and take what they give you? Russell Wilson, first half of the season, was enamored with the deep ball. For good reason. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, they were slicing cats. Historical record pace, right? And then defenses adjusted. That's what we do. When we're sitting there, when we get our film study, it's usually 4 games back, right?
Yes, sir.
So around week 5, we got all that we need. And then our defensive coordinator comes in there, belly all out. Hey, guys, spitting sunflower seeds on the floor. Hey, guys, check this out. I don't know why these teams ain't running this on them, and you sitting there getting juiced up for Wednesday practice like, oh, we gonna hit them with something different, right? And then you see them on Sunday, and you say, now, I don't know if I should trust Big Belly Coach, but he did call the play. Let's run this defense. We're going to shut it down back there and make them just methodically go up and down the field. What does Russell Wilson do with his more involved self? I want to continue to force it down there. No, no, no. I'm not going to take what they give. Patrick Mahomes found this out in the Super Bowl as well. And he didn't believe his eyes that were telling him the truth. Take what they're giving you, Russell. That's how you become more involved. You become greater at what you're involved in already. But Russell didn't want it that way. You know why? Because Russell went Hollywood, man. He went MVP vote hood. He got to get his MVP votes. And that's why all of this is hitting the fan right now. He went to the Super Bowl and realized, oh, I'm not Patrick Mahomes. Oh, I'm not Tom Brady, but I'm Russell Wilson. And let me tell you, as an LA resident, what Hollywood really means. You just want to be fresh. You want to be on. You want to be seen all the time. But Russell, you're not going to be seen in the light as Patrick Mahomes, and you're not going to be seen in the light of Tom Brady if you don't take what is given to you. Stop asking for more and just do better with what you got.
That's fair. I like it. I like it. But at the same breath, if you're Russell Wilson, let's all be Russell Wilson for a second. You look at Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, first-round pick at running back last year, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You look at Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, 1,000-yard receiver, Mike Evans, 1,000-yard receiver, Antonio Brown, future Hall of Famer, Rob Gronkowski, future Hall of Famer. Then you look at yourself. He got 2, but you say, wait a second, how did I get here?